Hello YouTube universe, this is Hydra Ninja 9 and today we're going to be looking at the JVC HAFX40s. Now the first thing you're going to notice is that the packaging is an absolute tank. Besides that, you're going to notice that the accessories are fairly average. They do include a foam earbuds, a shirt clip, and small, medium, large earbuds, but they should have included a case as well. The foam earbuds do make the bass a bit better, but they do have an impact on the treble, which I personally don't like to see that happen, especially not with the focus of the sound quality that the JVC HAFX40s have. The build quality is probably the worst part about this earphone. It's not very good. Wherever there needs to be strain protection, there is not. For example, on the place that breaks the most, which I would say would be a three-way tie between where the cable intersects with the earbud, where the two cables intersect into one cable, and where the cable intersects with the L jack and goes inside your MP3 player or phone. Those are the three major parts, and there's barely any type of strain protection on those parts, which is quite disappointing. It does look quite nice, especially the blue version that I have, but I definitely wish they'd worked on getting a bit better build quality. The actual fit is quite nice, considering that most earphones in the bang for buck kind of range typically have some weird designs, especially the monoprice 8320s with those incredible 14.4 mm drivers. So obviously the JVCs are going to be able to fit anyone and anyone who has an ear. The sound quality is perhaps the best part about this earphone. The sound quality is incredible, but you do need to go through long trials, 300 hours of burn-in, which is absolutely insane for any type of earphone, especially not for a $15 earphone. No other $15 earphone will have that type of burn-in order to get their sound, which may be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on who you are. The thing that the JVC HAFX40s really stress is the detail. Everywhere around this sound signature, you're going to hear all the detail of this earphone. For example, with the bass is not very impactful. I'd say it's probably the least important part about the sound signature of the JVC HAFX40s, but it still plays an important role. Especially with rock, when you can hear the bass drums beat, you can hear extra detail in the bass and in the drums. You can hear very, very detailed drums. It's not something that you can just describe right away. You can also hear extra instruments in the background, which is insane, because I've been using the 55510s and I haven't heard those instruments. That's absolutely mind-boggling, at least to me. The mid-range is probably my favorite part about this earphone, because it's just so smooth and relaxed and enjoyable, especially for rock. For any type of rock, this is great. The treble is the troublemaker, let's call it that, because the treble features, with the 300-hour burn-in, the reason why you need to have the 300-hour burn-in is because of the treble. The treble will constantly have harsh S noises, as well as having some harshness in general, especially up to the 200-hour mark. After the 200-hour mark, though, most of it seems to go away, especially right now, where I think I'm at the 300-hour mark of listening to this earphone. The treble is really nice, especially after it's done with the burn-in. There's a lot of detail. There's always been a lot of detail in every single part of this earphone's sound signature. And that's because of the carbon nanotube drivers. That's where this thing excels. The detail is beyond anything I've seen for $15 and can compete with $100 earphones, $100 audiophile earphones in terms of sound quality. And the soundstage is also incredible. It's not very wide, but it has a lot of just layering and detail, which I like. It's not wide. The soundstage isn't wide to be wide. It's wide because it has so much fullness, which is incredible to see. I mean, to hear in any earphone. That's incredible, especially for $15. This is something I can never say for any other $15 earphone, especially for the sound. Even if the build quality is average, even if the accessories aren't that good, even if the box is a tank, the sound quality makes up for everything. And this has replaced the 55510s and all my other earphones as my #1 daily driver earphone, which is incredible for a $15 earphone. It is just incredible. And I highly recommend that you go on Amazon and pick these up.